Finally, new generation Zeton. I'm only half joking. Monogelos and Digelos definitely feel like the design concept was Zeton, but if it properly lived up to its epithet of a space dinosaur. They both have tails. Monogelos has a T-Rex evocative hunched posture, and both kaiju have these fossil-like skullish protrusions in the back. However, while the original Zeton is most well known for being the final opponent the original Ultraman faced in his show, Monogelos and Digelos are chronologically situated at the beginning of Ultraman Arc's story. As a fun result, these lizard-like kaiju pull double duty, also evoking Bemulaire, the first opponent Ultraman was ever shown facing off against on screen. That's not all the episode does to reference the first Ultraman. In Yuma's backstory, Arc and Monogelos crash into Earth mid-battle, and it seems that the ensuing fight cost young Yuma his life. Presumably, the Ultra fuses with the boy, sharing a single life and thus explaining how Yuma is still around during the present day. It's a pretty common story beat in the Ultra series, originally established in the first Ultraman show, but it's still a solid one. Speaking of which, yeah, this is a flashback episode, framed as Yuma dreaming about the inciting incidents of the narrative. By all accounts, the core story of the episode could have just been the first episode of Ultraman Arc, which kind of brings to question why it's structured this way, but I don't actually mind. The first episode of Arc frames it such that the Ultra has been active as a public superhero for around 3 months at this point. So, if you were to start here in episode 3 and jump back to episode 1, that sort of suggests the audience has missed out on 3 months worth of story. Doing it this way skips over the usual core cast getting used to the superhero shtick, which does a surprising amount to streamline a show that's already capped at 2 cores. Something that we've known about for a while now from the show's marketing is that Ultraman Arc's form and arsenal are the brainchildren of Yuma himself, but this is only formally established within the show in this episode. So yeah, the whole imagination thing is quite a bit more than Yuma finding different applications for the Ultraman's powers. He's the one who drafted them, and thus exerts a literal degree of creative control over his alter ego's limitations. Heck, in this debut battle, he performs a freaking trick shot with the arc finalized, bending its trajectory like a whip to get around an energy barrier. It's